it.
If you do not agree to my commands, then I shall... Jesus Christ!
Hello and welcome to Kevin vs. Zombies, the only show where I am Kevin and you are the zombie sucking up this information and having a nerdgasm on the end. On today's show, we got some fun stuff to talk about. We got the Super Tecmo Bowl predictions to talk about the NFL, and let's see where everybody comes out, and then we're jumping over. Check our song of the week from Under a Nightmare from their album The Streets Run Red. We got Live Through the Wolf. On top of that, we'll be talking about Kenny Omega, who said the WWE is hiring people just to hire them on the wake of Wrestle Kingdom 11. Stick around and you will hear all that madness here in a moment. And just a reminder, don't forget about our weekly giveaway, which this week it's a $25 Amazon gift card. Please subscribe. That won't get you any entries though. You have to like and share this video to enter. However, on to the show. Oakland Raiders, Houston Texans be broadcast on ESPN Saturday, January the 7th at 4:35 Eastern Standard Time. And now what you're checking out here is not a real prediction, as we all know Derek Carr is injured for this playoff game. However, oddly enough, Brock Osweiler is playing on this and he was named the starter again. So it's pretty crazy how that all wound up being just working out. But let's get to the game. So as you can see here, Brock throws a deep pass and it is caught for a touchdown. Texans. And that's DeAndre Hopkins. So after that, he's going to get the extra point and we're going to move along to a 7-7 game. And then a little bit later on, we have a field goal by the Texans and boom, Nick Novak nailed it. Now the Texans are up 7-10. So if you're a Texans fan and you've heard about how the division was won and it wasn't won completely, Tecmo Bowl's at least showing you some love until Amani Cooper does that to you. Of course, like I said, Derek Carr's out, so could happen, could not happen. We'll just kind of have to see how that plays out. Pretty much, I was thinking that Oakland would go all the way this year. I figured they'd get to the Super Bowl and then freak accident later, boom, Derek Carr's down, heart of the team's out, they lose their last game, they lose their first round bye, Kansas City gets the division. It was kind of like, what the heck just happened there, as Janikowski just put on some more points as we go into halftime here, and I love that halftime show from Tecmo. But jumping back to it, all right, and of course Derek Carr, again not playing, is going back for the long pass from his own 34-yard line, throws an interception all the way to the end zone, which is a touchback. So but a little bit later, Brock, he's going back, he's scoping his receivers and wide open. Are you kidding me? Intercepted. Weird. So Carr, it's like an interception fest. For all you guys that don't know football like crazy, I'm trying to keep it in layman's terms here, as another interception just occurred. But when you look at it, Oakland was definitely going to be the big dogs. They were going to be the ones that were hard to beat. They were the comeback kids pretty much, outside of like Seattle, who it was like Russell Wilson was just all over the place. He'd come back and be fourth quarter, he just comes back. And now you're looking at a Texans team that was pretty much ridiculed for winning the division from mass media. It's like, oh, you guys barely scraped by. Well, apparently they still made the playoffs, unlike my Philadelphia Eagles, but you could argue there was a very tough division there. The Redskins didn't make it either, but at least they hung on to the very end. And the onside kick there will be going, and finally stopped. And it looks like, just to put a little icing on the cake, Janikowski will shoot that one through for a field goal. So according to the Tecmo Super Bowl predictions, it looks like the Raiders are going to win 27-17, but again, that's with a healthy Derek Carr playing for him. So that's a little skewed right there. But anyways, let's jump to our next game. And what is the next game as I wait for it to come up? Oh, here we go. It's on NBC, and it's the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions, which I really thought Detroit was playing great this year. They had a few hiccups here and there. Seattle also coming along to the end, a little bumpy, but this is a home game for Seattle. And as anybody who knows, when a team has to go into Seattle, the 12th man always comes into play because that is a very loud stadium. I don't personally feel that Matt Stafford and company are going to get shaken up by that. And the reason I say that is because they've had their fair share of comebacks this year as well. And when you look at Golden Tate, for instance, right there as he runs for the long touchdown. And we just want to give a shout out to technobowl.org, who actually put this Super Techno Bowl 2017 together with all the players on it. But anyways, this is a Lions team that I really believe can go far in the playoffs, but everything has to click right. They are at Seattle. That plays very well for the Seahawks, but we'll see what Tecmo Bowl predicts this game will come out to, because right now it's 10-7 and the Lions are in the lead. And Seattle's going for their own field goal, and there's the kick, and it is good. That's something Hashka has not been the best at this year, to say the least. However, if you're a Seattle fan, you're probably like, yeah, we know it, and there's Hashka. And like I was saying, Hashka missed that one right there, no good. Here's Prater, and Prater's kick is going to go off the post. I'm going to say crossbar. It's not soccer, off the post. And Hashka again kicks, and it is off the post. And then Prater again, and it is in off the post. So 13-10. Lions are up. First down, Wilson and company. Let's see what they do here. It is a fake. Wilson scrambling. And touchdown, Seattle. And that is something you got to watch out for with these Seattle Seahawks. If a play breaks down, Russell Wilson is spectacular at making things happen. And here's Hashka again, and it's good there. So now it's 13-17 is what the final outlook is. So it looks like the Seahawks will win this game according to Tecmo's Super Bowl. And I love some of these Raws. Only had 10 carries, 93 yards. Awesome. But we jump to CBS, Sunday, January 8th, 105. Everybody's going to be looking for this game, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. So Miami rolling up to Pittsburgh, and right off the bat, is this Tannehill in the game? Yeah, Tannehill's in the game. So this is the matchup we most likely are going to see. So you got Foster running right up the middle there and gets to about the 34-yard line. I don't know why it's really showing these. It was supposed to be a highlight show, but whatever. So Tannehill fakes the handoff. That's a great thing about Tecmo Super Bowl. There's not that many plays on it. And is that Jarvis? That is Jarvis, and he's going in for the touchdown right there. So it looks like the Dolphins are going to get up a little bit early. After this, of course, the extra point on Tecmo Bowl is always good. And it looks like we have fast forward 7-0, and there is the field goal going through, and it is good. So Andrew Franks knocks it in to make it 10-0. So if you're a Steelers fan right now, you're probably like, ooh, this is not looking good. However, Big Ben throwing, and he's got a wide open Antonio Brown. That play is probably going to happen right there. I'm not going to say that's a Tecmo Bowl prediction. I'm going to say that's a Tecmo Bowl, it will happen. So it looks like Miami's going to kick another field goal here and wide left, so that's no good. We're at halftime now. And like I said, I love the halftime shows on Tecmo Bowl. It's just super freaking fun to watch. And is that Jarvis Landry again? It is Jarvis Landry again. So touchdown Miami. So they're going to be up 17-7 after this. Now it's Pittsburgh again, and Pittsburgh's rolling back. You got Ben, he's looking. Who does he find? and it's a touchdown for Green. Okay, spreading the wealth around, touchdown, Ben. Man, his name barely fits there. Oh, Ben's up again. 17-14 game, and short pass. Oh, and it goes to Bell for the touchdown. Where was the defense back there? I didn't see a safety or a corner anywhere. So that looks like it's going to put Pittsburgh up 17-21. And Tannehill's going back. Of course, he's going to do his fake because there's only like 4 plays on Super Tecmo, and it's intercepted. So moving forward now, Ben's going to have another shot at it, and he'll step back right over. And where is Ben? Ben scrambles. And he's at the 30 and the 20 and the 10, and nobody is in front of him. Touchdown. Wow. I did not expect that, and I don't think you did either. Okay, so it looks like we got 45 seconds left. Tannehill is at the end of his rope, and they try the same play, and it is intercepted for a touchback. So that's gonna do it, and it looks like the Steelers will advance past the wild card round, winning 28-17 over the Miami Dolphins. Antonio Brown, 1 reception for 51 yards, and Landry had 3 completions for 100 yards, according to our Tecmo Bowl predictions. Now, this is a game everybody wants to watch here. The New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. This will be on Fox Sunday, January 8th at 4:40 Eastern. Starting off, we got Eli Manning. Same play. Nope. He actually handed it off to Jennings, and Jennings goes in for the touchdown. So it looks like New York is going to start early with the touchdowns there. So of course it's going to be 7-0 because nobody misses a field goal or an extra point on Tecmo Bowl. However, field goals are a little different, and Mason Crosby would tell you that. So whoa, that looked like a heavy blitz, and Clay Matthews with the sack. That's like the first sack that's been done, all of this, like in the highlight reels. Anyways, Manning steps back, and look at plenty of time. Look at that. He throws, and Odell Beckham is open, like nobody around. And that's a complete breakdown of the Green Bay defense right there. So Eli Manning to Odell Beckham, touchdown, extra point good, and the Giants are up 14-0 here in this first half. And make that another Odell Beckham touchdown, and that'll put the Giants up after the extra point, 21-0. Now, if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, you're like, wait, no, this can't happen. And honestly, I'm one of those guys. I'm like, the year Aaron Rodgers is having, he's not gonna let this happen at all. Jared Cook with the touchdown there from Aaron Rodgers, so we're gonna have, after the extra point, 21-7 New York, and it is halftime. Here we are again. Of course, Aaron Rodgers again. He goes, hands off. Oh, he pitches it. They did the play action right there. And Eddie Lacy. Is that Eddie Lacy? Are you kidding me? Yes, it is, and that is a touchdown. So it's going to be 21-14 New York, and here comes Eli Manning and the G-Men again. And oh, there's wide open guys, and he throws this short little pattern there, and fumble, and we got a recovery by the Packers. And I don't even sound surprised by that, because I thought the Packers were going to blow this game out. So Rodgers looking again, plenty of time, and perfect. Is that Cobb? That is Cobb right there. That will be a touchdown. Green Bay, and now this game is going to be tied at 21-all. Aaron Rodgers has been spectacular. You could make the argument he should be the MVP this year. And New York again, Jennings is going, and he is in for the touchdown. And look at that celebration. Arms a-welling, a-waving, a-flaying, whatever. So 28-21 after I had the extra point on. And we got Eddie Lacy again, bouncing around, moving out. He has clear, selling the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Eddie Lacy. And that is going to bring us back to all square. So 28-28, and this is the game I'm expecting now. Because and the Giants are going again. Jennings right up the touchdown. I don't know where anybody on the defense for Green Bay was there, but that was just too easy. So 35-28, and this is pretty much an old-fashioned shootout, which could very well become the case. And fumble by Green Bay, recovered by the Giants. Like I was saying, though, this is one of those all-out just offensive attacks. There's no defense anywhere, and it very well could become that because of the nature of these teams. But the Giants have been kind of shaky all year long. They've been hit or miss is one thing you've really got to think about when you're talking about New York, who's up now. 42-28 is the projected score. Eli Manning, 83% on passing, 264 yards. Aaron Rodgers, 57%, 141s. That's a gunslinger's dole right there. Of course, Randall Cobb was a big receiver. That's crazy. So if you're looking at it from Tecmo Bowl predictions, the Miami Dolphins will lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers 28-17. Oakland Raiders will beat the Texans 27-17 if Derek Carr was magically there. The Giants will upset the Packers 42-28. Seahawks up 17-13 over the Lions. Now stick around, guys. Our song of the week is up. Hey guys, welcome back to Kevin vs. Zombies, and we are going to jump over in the wake of Wrestle Kingdom tonight. We're going to talk about the comments of the one, the only, the cleaner, Kenny Omega, who recently was quoted as saying the WWE is hiring people just to hire them. Pretty much in an interview with Uproar, Omega said one thing is, quote, "It seems as though we're headed towards a monopoly. If I were to speak honestly, WWE is hiring people just to hire them. That's fine. I'm happy for whoever's happy to collect a paycheck from them. A lot of my good friends are now receiving work and receiving money, but sadly, a lot of those people are signing with WWE just to ride the pine. You can't put all these guys on TV. On one end, you have all these mom and pop indie superstars getting TV time, and people all around the world are able to see the art of what they do. And in a lot of cases, they're enjoying it, which is fantastic. I'm really happy about that," end quote, Kenny Omega. Now, when I look at what Kenny Omega said, I have to break this down into separate parts, because he started out with saying, it seems as though we're headed towards a monopoly. Now, in the United States here, it does seem a lot like that. I will totally agree with that statement, because what WWE is doing right now is pulling a lot of local indie quality talent from, you know, everywhere they can to try to build a better brand themselves. What this is doing is hurting a lot of these independent federations, because they're pulling, you know, really indie draws, especially recently with the female wrestlers, because they just acquired Kimberly, Nixon Newell, Heidi Lovelace. Like, just by grabbing them up, that takes some of the top women independent stars away from those organizations, as well as just the crazy binge on hiring they have done here recently. When I think of the totally indie guy who they have taken, James Ellsworth doesn't seem like, you know, the big name you would expect them to take. The hiring list is not just somebody like James Ellsworth or the recent female acquisitions. It has been all year long. I think what Kenny Omega was particularly talking about was like Bullet Club members such as Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, AJ Styles, some of his colleagues in Japan like Shinsuke Nakamura are guys that they have, you know, brought over to the WWE. Not to mention guys like Austin Aries, Bobby Roode have recently signed with the company. They got their first Chinese superstar, which was Bin Wang. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. On top of, well, another female star was like Kathy Kelly. Let's see, I think Roderick Strong was another one, as well as Goldberg. I mean, they freaking re-signed Goldberg after 12 years, which is crazy to me. Which he probably wasn't, you know, he wasn't doing anything but some crazy TV shows, but it's still bringing more people. And Kenny really touched on a great point there. You can't put all these guys on TV at once. It's great you have pretty much 3 different rosters now, though. You got NXT, which is like the proving ground. SmackDown with AJ Styles is the face who runs the place over there, the champ who runs the camp. And, you know, John Cena's on that program and all, and I love SmackDown. I think SmackDown is the premier flagship program. Of course, if you ask Vince McMahon, he's going to say it's Raw. And, you know, and they left Gallows and Anderson over on Raw, and I really wish they were over on SmackDown. But anyways, when I look at that product, and you got Brock Lesnar over there, Goldberg's been running the Raw things. James Ellsworth, who I just talked about a minute ago, is on the SmackDown side of things. Dolph Ziggler, a guy whose stock has rose a lot. The Miz is on SmackDown. It just seems like the more quality guys are on SmackDown. I'm not discounting Seth Rollins here. I'm not discounting Roman Reigns, but I just feel personally that SmackDown is more fun to watch. However, when we look at it from that perspective, or I look at it versus you zombies from that perspective, now I'm not saying you don't know what's going on here. It's just my broad term for saying everybody else except for me. It's a very unique opinion from Kenny Omega in that perspective, because he's in New Japan, and I think New Japan is probably the greatest thing going on in wrestling right now. That's why I was like Wrestle Kingdom, and I'm actually going to throw the preview video for that. Even though it'll be out by the time this video reaches you, you can actually watch it on demand. And the ticker down there, I didn't want to wreck that for you guys either, so I did not update the ticker, just so you wouldn't know what happened there. Because, I mean, when I look at that card, Cody Rhodes is debuting for the Bullet Club. You know, the Young Bucks, you got Kenny Omega. And that's for the American fans. I'm not going to butcher Japanese names on this show because I'm just so excited to watch it. But those are, you know, this is the big show. This is their WrestleMania. And I really feel like they're the number 2 company. TNA is not even in the same league as they are. And that's why I push. And Ring of Honor's been doing a lot of collective signing. A lot of their guys have been, you know, the Ring of Honor championship is freaking defended at Wrestle Kingdom. I mean, come on. That's how you know it's a quality program. And the whole card is stacked from top to bottom. So definitely watch that. You know, Adam Cole's definitely going to be trying to get that Ring of Honor title back, though. Anyways, so in closing, do I think it's headed towards a monopoly? In some respects, yes, I do. I think WWE is pushing to get talent there, but I don't think they're doing it as a monopoly in pursuit. They're doing it to build a more quality brand. They're trying to put a product out there people want to watch again. And they finally realized that these independent guys were doing better wrestling than their guys were doing at the time. And, you know, I'm not trying to offset John Cena or Randy Orton or the guys who came in at any point during the early 2000s to the mid 2000s, but it got stagnant. And these young independent guys have really infused a new passion into that sport. Do I think they're hiring people just to hire people? I'm gonna have to say yes, I do, because they're trying to build a better product, so they're hiring as many people as they possibly can right now just to see who's gonna work out, who's not. And, you know, at the end of this year, we could be saying it's not gonna work out. Anyways, enjoy the Wrestle Kingdom promotional video. Enjoy the closing video. Remember, we do have the weekly giveaway for the $25 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is like and share that video and enjoy. Thank you for listening, and I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
俺が世界の新日本プロレスにしてやるからな。プロレス界に
IWGP ヘビー級王者岡田和親対するは今年驚異的なスピードで成り上がった G1 覇者ケニー・オメガ
Tomorrow begins a new story. Begins my next legend.
新日本の未来を託された男と新日本の未来を書き換える男の頂上決戦 Let's get ready to rumble 新春到来 1.4
Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic.
The Hell in a Cell. And my God, don't get them over here where we are.
What do you mean you've seen this?
What's going to happen here?
It's brand new.
Yeah, well, I saw it on a rerun.
It's a rerun.
You'll find out.
Look out!
Oh, no.